Hello, guys. Welcome. My name is Maggie, and welcome to Yoga with Maggie. Today, we're doing a different class that you're probably used to. Today, we're doing a Science of Stretching class, and this class involves deep stretching, so long passive holds in our postures. Okay, so we'll do less postures and more static holds. So it's a simpler class, but it's not an easy class. Okay. So I will have a timer. So I will time our holds and we'll do breath work, of course, and it'll be awesome. So, and this class actually helps you become more flexible. So hopefully this is a program that I ran with some friends, and I also took the program on my own when I was certified. And it actually changes the way your body is. So you'll be able to go deeper into your forward folds. You'll be able to have more hip mobility, more joint mobility. Awesome. So, and this class actually helps you become more flexible. So hopefully this is a program that I ran with some friends, and I also took the program on my own when I was certified. And it actually changes the way your body is. So you'll be able to go deeper into your forward folds. You'll be able to have more hip mobility, more joint mobility, more flexibility, which is all great. And the beauty of flexibility is that it stays for a long time. So it doesn't go away. So if you do this program, you do your homework daily, which is 15 minutes of stretching before bed, you will actually keep this flexibility for a long time. And this is really awesome when you're older and you become stiffer. So with this preparation before it happens, it's like investing in your future self. You'll be happy that you did this. Okay. So as always, I will be on the mat. Oh, for this class, we also need a few props because we'll be modifying a lot. You might want a chair like this one I have here. I have some pillows. I have blocks and a strap. Okay. So if you can get those ready, that would be great. And that would be used for modifications throughout the class. And as always, I will be teaching on the mat, and then I'll sometimes come off the mat to describe something more clearly to you. Okay, so let's start. I'll be standing up, but excuse me, we'll be working on breath work. So you want to go to the mat, find yourself in a cross like seated position, put your hands on your knees, just relax your shoulders, relax your back, and we'll start with some balancing breaths, as always. Okay, balancing breaths. Inhale in through the nose, exhale through the nose for the count of four in, for the count of four out. So let's do four balancing breaths. And here also you need to constrict your throat because later we'll work on whiskey breaths, which are um, calming breaths. So they stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system because in order to stretch your muscles need to be relaxed. So we're going to hack this with our breathing. Okay. So let's start with our balancing breaths, which are called water breaths. And then the relaxing breaths are called whiskey breaths. Okay. So let's start with water breaths. So inhale through the nose and exhale. Let's start with exhaling through the mouth, creating that ocean sound. One more time, inhale through the nose and create that sound, that whisper sound. And now let's do inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Beautiful. And now we'll work on whiskey breaths, which is what you need to be practicing when you're holding the long stretches. So those are you inhale through the nose for the count of four. So inhale one, two, three, four. Exhale through the mouth with that ocean sound for the count of eight. So it's twice as long. And keeping that your throat constricted helps you last longer in your exhale. So let's go. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. So the whiskey breath is inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, but keep that exhale twice as long as your inhale. Okay. So it doesn't have to be 4 to 8, but twice as long. So try to make it longer. And this really relaxes you. The longer your exhale is, the better you relax. So this is a good type of breathing to do before bed. Also, this type of workout, this type of deep stretching, do it after your other workouts. So if you do some other dynamic workouts, this should be last, okay? It's best to do this before bed. And your homework that you will have, 15 minutes of stretching, should also be done before bed, okay? So let's go to the mat and let's start our class. So we will start the class. To warm up, we'll do moon squats. And the way moon squats work, you make a fist, keep your legs about hip distance apart, make two fists and cross them, and then squat. Okay, so squat, and then inhale, lift your arms up, fingers extended, and then come on up into standing position. Okay, so we'll do 5 of these and we'll do 3 sets of them. So let's go. So let's start. So 1, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Take a breath here. And again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Take a break in your squat. Take a breath here. And let's go again. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Take a break here in your squat. And now let's stand up. Interlace your fingers with your palms facing out. And then lift them up above your head. And then go to the right and really do a side stretch here. Very nice. Now go to your left, do a side stretch. Very nice. And now let's go into our first pose, which is the ragdoll. So the ragdoll is a forward fold. We're going to do an anterior pelvic tilt. So tilt your pelvis and then go down with a neutral spine. You can bend your knees and then just release. Grab your opposite elbows and just hang here, okay? And we'll be here for a little bit. We'll be here for 2 minutes. And I got my timer set. So make sure you do not have any type of pain behind your knees or at your sits bones here. You just want to feel a nice stretch in the belly of the hamstring. And then release your head. So here in this type of deep stretching, we have the wet noodle theory. So one part
one part of your body is strong. Here it's the legs. And then the upper body is a wet noodle. So you just release into gravity. And that's how you release your muscles and relax them. And then the breathing. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. If you can straighten your legs a little more without the pain in the knees, go ahead and do it. Lift your hips up higher. We got 30 seconds left, so keep breathing. Really release your arms, release your head. All right. Now, put your hands on the mat and step back into a downward dog and kind of stretch out here. Very nice. Now go into your plank and then release onto the mat. And here we'll go into Sphinx pose. So place your elbows under your shoulders. Place your hands in front of you and kind of grab, I'm going to have to move back. Grab your mat, like really grab your mat with your fingertips. And you want to kind of pull with your finger, pull your chest forward so you engage your shoulders, okay? So let's do this. So here, shoulders are away from your ears. Your everything, your lower body is very loose and it's like the wet noodle, but the upper body is strong here, okay? So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And continue with your breathing. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the stretching. These long holds. So this deep stretching requires long holds in order for your body to change. So we're going to hold our stretches for anywhere between 2 and 5 minutes during this class. So some of them can be pretty intense, so you can start with modifications and then adjust, maybe go deeper or start deeper and then maybe release a little bit before the time is up. But it's very important to hold these stretches for the amount of time that we're holding them so you can have results, okay? And the results you'll get come pretty quickly and you'll be pretty happy with them. So if you want to like test yourself like in a certain pose and see how you do after maybe 4 weeks of doing this class and see the results, that would be pretty cool to see them. Okay, let's release. Now we'll go into what's called the frog, okay? So the frog is a butterfly pose that is um, prone, so it's on your stomach, okay? So this is what butterfly looks like, right? You put your feet together and you let your knees fall to the side, and this is butterfly. But here we're going to do it on our stomach. So it's going to be a little more intense. Now you can put a pillow under your belly if that helps, just to soften it. But so this is how it looks. So you're going to extend your knees and then you'll go down like this and keep your feet together and knees apart, okay? And we'll be here for 2 minutes. If you need to put a pillow under your belly, go ahead, or a block, go ahead. So, and then here we'll start our breath work. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. So here you'll feel a pretty intense stretch in your adductors, which are part of your hips. So this is working on your hips. You also have some hip flexion here and external rotation. So this is targeted hip mobility. And then you're trying to lift yourself maybe higher on your elbows. So that's a little engaged here. Maybe release your head. So that could be your wet noodle. I'm really feeling a stretch on the inner thighs. It's getting pretty intense. So let's just breathe through it. So inhale and exhale. We have about 30 seconds here. So inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. If you lower your pelvis, it gets a little more intense. 5 more seconds. All right, let's release. That was a pretty tough one. So let's go into a downward dog here. And really go deep into this down dog. Maybe walk the dog. Should feel good. Now we'll do a dog twist. So take your left hand and grab your right shin, ankle, or maybe foot, and then twist your shoulders. This is kind of like a thread the needle, but in a downward dog. Should feel really good here on your upper back. Inhale, exhale. Now come back to the middle and do it with the right hand. Grab your shin or your calf or your ankle and look onto the other side. Really stretch your upper back. Very nice. Now come back, cross your legs and go into a seated position. And we'll go into what's called the forward fold. Okay, let's set the timer. So inhale and then forward fold. So you can either, here you can use your strap, or you can also sit on a block, or you can sit on a chair too. But if you sit on a block, gravity might help you, and then reach. You can use your strap for a little more length. Now inhale and exhale. Take a breath here. Inhale and exhale. This is stretching your hamstrings and also working on your hips. Release your head here. Just let it fall loose. Your head will be the wet noodle. Your upper body is the wet noodle. Just kind of fold over your legs. And if you can go deeper with time, as time goes on in the stretch, go ahead. As you exhale, try and go deeper into the stretch. So inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale and long exhale. We have about 15 seconds left. Inhale, exhale. I'm feeling a deep stretch here. being on the block is helping too. Okay, let's release. And let's reset. So let's kind of go into a butterfly pose just to let our legs rest. We could go into a child pose. So spread out your knees to the outer edges of the mat. Bring your heels together. Put your head on the mat and just kind of relax in this pose. And then the next one will be the wide downward dog. So put your feet out wide and then bring your hands out. Kind of, you're making like a square with your hands and your feet. And then we'll hold it there. Okay. So feet wide and hands wide. And then place your hands on the mat. Try and really release your upper body. We're going to be here for a little bit longer. So let's start. This is called wide dog. So this works your legs, works your shoulders. Let's inhale and exhale. So really try and make as like a rectangle with your feet and your hands. And here also you can use blocks. So you can put your hands on blocks or you can put your hands on the chair. Those are all there for you to modify. Okay, so on the chair, you could go like this, maybe if being on the ground is too much. And then the blocks, you can use whichever direction, whichever height. This is the tallest, medium, and then the shortest. So you can go like this. And that would be a way to modify. Keep your feet wide. Okay, so lots of options for modification. So in this type of stretching, the long passive holds, you actually stretch the muscle. You actually add more sarcomeres. Sarcomeres are these kind of gates in the muscle that get stuck. And when you stretch them, they open up a little bit every time. And then that opening stays, which is amazing. And it's amazing how quickly this program actually makes you see progress and see results. So if you want to get more flexible, this is the way to do it. And the idea here is that relaxed muscle stretches best. So that's why we're breathing the way we're breathing. We're doing a relaxing breath work. The longer your exhale, the more relaxed you are. And so we're relaxing the muscle. We're kind of outsmarting our stretch reflex. Your stretch reflex is your defense mechanism. So when something bad happens, you tighten up. So here we're feeling a stress because we're stretching, but we're telling about our bodies that everything is okay and everything will be okay. And we can just relax and release into this stretch. All right, we're 3 minutes in. We have 2 more minutes. So let's just start breathing. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So we're about a minute left. If you want to go deeper, maybe release some of the props and go lower, this would be the time to do it. And really concentrate on your breath so you can relax your muscles. I hope you're feeling um, more already less tight in your hamstrings. I am. I'm feeling like I could go deeper into the stretch. Almost done. You got 5 seconds left. One more deep breath and one more exhale. Very good. That was a tough one. So go on your knees. Let's go into a child pose. And release. So extend your knees out to the outer edges of the mat. Put your toes together. And then go into a child pose. Very nice. And now let's go forward into cobra. Stretch out your back. And then back to child pose. One more time, cobra. Very nice. Okay. Now we're going to do what's called the block bridge. So we'll set up, you will put your blocks on your sacrum. So it'll go like this, or like this, or like this. So the taller the block, the harder, the more intense the stretch will be. Or you could be on a pillow too, okay? So I think I'm going to go like this, like the medium height. And this is a supported bridge, okay? So this is for your back. And we'll stay here for a bit longer. So just put it under your lumbar spine and your sacrum, and then just release here. Now here you could straighten your legs, or you can keep them in bent knees. I think I'm going to straighten them. I feel a better stretch here. Here you're getting a stretch on your hip flexors, your quads, right? And then on your back, on your shoulders. This should feel really good. This is more of a relaxing stretch. You can just kind of hang out here for a while. Inhale and exhale. And we'll be here for 5 minutes, okay? So these are a little bit longer. So inhale and exhale. If you want to go higher with the block and make it a more intense stretch, go ahead. Let me see what the time is. The time, we have about 3 minutes left. So enjoy this relaxing stretch. Just release and just enjoy. If you want to bend your knees, I have my legs straight. That makes it a little more intense. And if you want to bend your knees and just kind of hang out here, that feels really good. And enjoy this nice stretch.
Now let's concentrate on the breath work. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. One more time, inhale through the nose, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Try and make that exhale last pretty long time. And the only way to do that is to constrict your throat. Until I learned how to constrict my throat, I was unable to hold that long exhale because exhaling for the count of 8 is a pretty long time. So constricting the throat really helps. So the idea is to, for during these breathing exercises, you want to get like 3 to 4 breaths per minute. So those are very long breaths, okay? So about 15 seconds per breath. So let's go. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's release. So let's take the block from underneath you. Take your knees to your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Rock from side to side, massaging that lumbar spine. Very nice. Bring your head to your knees if you can. And then come up, rock yourself up to a seated position. The next, and now take your hands and place them on the mat and step into plank. And then go into a down dog. The next pose we'll do is the pigeon pose. Stretch your, I feel really good stretching the backs of my legs now. Okay, so now we'll do the pigeon pose. Let me reset this. Okay, so for the pigeon pose, I like to put pillows down in the middle. That's a nice modification. You can put 1, 2, or even 3, or whatever you want. And let's bring the chair. This is an option to have a chair in front of you. So take your right foot and place it in front of the pillow and walk it over to the left side of the mat. And now release your right knee onto the mat, and then you can stay here. Okay? And now you can hold on to the chair. Let me start the timer. You can hold on to the chair like so. You can take the blocks and place them here. Okay? We'll be here for 3 minutes on each side. This is a very good stretch for your hips, for your, you've got your hip extension happening here. So you're stretching your hip flexors, you're stretching your glutes, and then you have some external rotation on your right side. So this is an amazing stretch. It's really good if you have sciatica pain because this stretches your what is the muscle? No, I forgot.
There's a muscle here, and it's the cause, the iliac muscle, right? The psoas muscle, and it causes sciatica pain because it constricts it. It constricts and it puts pressure on your sciatica nerve. So this is a good pose if you have sciatica pressure, sciatica pain. So let's inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And as you exhale and you feel you can go deeper, lower those blocks and put your forearms on the blocks. And then you can feel a deeper stretch in your pigeon. And if you feel even more adventurous, you can get rid of your blocks maybe and just go all the way down. With every exhale, try and go deeper. I'm sorry, it's your piriformis muscle. Now it came to my memory. It's your piriformis muscle that puts pressure on the sciatic nerve, and it's one of the rotator muscles in your hips. And sometimes, some people, the sciatic nerve goes right through the piriformis muscle, and then it causes even more problems. So I have sciatica pain after I sit for a long time, like in the car. If I'm driving a long time, it really starts to hurt really bad. So this helps, this posture helps the pigeon. Massaging your piriformis muscle helps to release it a little. And then strengthening that muscle also helps. So doing some hip rotations, hip mobility exercises. All right, so we're done on this side. Let's switch sides now. So come out of the pigeon as gracefully as you can. Okay, and now step in front of your pillows and then take your left foot to the right edge of the mat on the outer edge of the foot, and then release your left knee and sink into your pigeon here. And let's start the timer. Let's start on the blocks. You can also, of course, be on the chair. So here we are on the blocks. You can be on any level, the highest level, or you can lower. For me, I need it more on the lowest level and on my forearms. This feels really good. And of course, in these asymmetric poses, you'll notice which side is stiffer, which side is looser, which side maybe requires more stretching. Maybe you should do more on one side in your homework assignment. But now let's connect to the breath. So let's work on our whiskey breath. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Inhale. You should really try and feel a stretch here. This is where I'm feeling it. So if you're not feeling anything, maybe remove some of the pillows. Maybe go deeper. Maybe go put your head down, like so. But if you are feeling it and it's too intense, then modify. Go up on the blocks, go higher. But just really relax into the stretch. Also, it's more intense if you move your foot up to be parallel to the mat. So that's how you can make it more intense or less intense, bring it closer to your pelvis, that foot, that left foot. I'm really enjoying this. It feels really good. This is the type of pose that you usually don't do during the day, but you could do it while you're sitting. You just put your one ankle on top of the other thigh and kind of just release into it. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's release. Okay, so come out of this. Remove your pillows and go into a down dog. Do a nice little reset here. I also wanted to show you that on a chair, you can do a pigeon. Let's say if you're at work or just sitting at your computer, this is how you can do a pigeon. You just take your right ankle and place it on top of your left thigh, and then if you just push down on that knee, you can really feel the stretch. But then you can release and just kind of sit here and just let yourself hang. This is an option for stretching your piriformis muscle and these rotator hip muscles. Okay, and then the other foot, same thing. You can kind of just push on that knee and try and make sure that your foot is flexed, that protects your knee. And then release here and then hold it for as long as you can. During your lunch break, you can do this. Okay, so that's another option. Okay, so now we'll do what's called the shoulder pow. Okay, so we'll be in, and this is going to be 2 minutes per side. So here, let's take the strap if you have it. Okay, you're going to be in a hero pose, it's called. So you're going to sit. The idea is to have your butt touch the mat. But if you can't, like mine is pretty close, but it's not there, right? So I'm going to put a block here. So now it's comfortable. But you can put 2 blocks, or you can even sit on a chair. So you could be like this, maybe, and then do the shoulder pow, which I'll show you how the shoulder pow looks. Okay. So the shoulder pow, you take your strap, and now I'll show you how it looks. Lift up, so hold the strap in your right hand and then hold it up. Take your left hand, palm facing backwards or facing the back, and then bring it around. Bend your right elbow, bend your left elbow, and grab that strap, okay? As close as you can. And this is called the shoulder pow. Now, if you can reach your fingers, then grab your fingers. And we'll sit in that hero pose on a block or a pillow or 2 blocks or a chair. Okay. And then we'll be here for 2 minutes. So, okay. So let's start. Let's take that right hand up, bend the elbow, reach around with the left hand, and we hold it for 2 minutes. This is stretching your shoulders, stretching your chest, and also stretching your hip flexors because of the way you're sitting. You're stretching your quads. Okay. So let's breathe. Concentrate on your breath work here. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and try and get closer, maybe to your fingers as you exhale. We have a minute left, so we'll try and do 4 breaths in this minute, okay? So inhale through the nose. Exhale. One. Inhale. Exhale. Two. Inhale. Exhale. Three. Inhale. And exhale. Very nice. Okay. Now we'll switch hands. So take that left hand, lift it up, and then bend your left elbow. Reach around with the right hand, bend your right elbow, and try and reach the left hand or the strap. Okay. This one is a little tighter for me. My right shoulder is a little tighter, so I'm a little bit farther away. So it kind of looks like this. Okay. So inhale, let's concentrate on our breath here. Inhale. Inhale. And exhale. We have about a minute left, so I'll count to 4 breaths for you. So inhale through the nose. Exhale. 4. Three. Also here, make sure your back is straight, okay? Your neck is straight. 2. And 1. Very good. Release. All right. So now let's continue sitting. We'll do the arrow pose. So let's stay in this hero position if you can on your knees. If you need to put a pillow underneath you, go ahead. But the way to so stay in your kneeling position. Interlace your hands behind your back. Press your palms together and pull. And this is called the arrow pose. So we'll stay in this. So this is really stretching your chest, your shoulders, and we'll stay here for 2 minutes. Okay. So really pull. Now, if you can't do it, you can hold the strap. And if it's difficult to place your palms together, hold the strap and face your palms towards your bum and then lift up like so. Okay, so it would look like this. Okay, that's a good one too. It gets pretty intense. But if you're clasping your hands, try and press your palms together. And then like so. And now let's breathe. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. This is getting pretty intense. Almost done. 30 seconds left. All right, release. Put the strap aside. Let's do a little reset in child pose. So take your knees out to the side, out to the outer edges of the mat. Take your toes together. Release your hips onto the heels. Extend your hands in front of you. Put your forehead on the mat and relax here. And now come on up. And I wanted to do one more little thing with you before we move on to the next long hold pose, is this nice shoulder flossing. This is one of my favorites. And this you can do anywhere. You can have a strap in your desk during the day at work and try and do this. Let's do 5 of these. This feels really amazing, I think. The longer you can have the strap as long as you want, but it feels really good on your shoulders. Yeah, let's do 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. And then let's go back one more time and hold it here where it's kind of sticky. This feels really good, I think. I hope you enjoy it. Okay. All right, let's release. The next one is the cliffhanger, okay? So the cliffhanger, the higher you go, the more intense the stretch, okay? So you'll stay on your knees and you'll put your hands on the chair. That's very intense, and you'll just hang here, okay? So that's like the most intense. The second most intense would be on the highest block, right? So going like this. Actually, keep your hips up. Yes, like this, and then let your head release. And then the lower the blocks, the less intense it is. So you can even go into like this puppy pose. That, and you can feel the stretch here. I'm going to go in the chair because I really enjoy this stretch. So now you can start. This could get intense very quickly. So then just go lower, as it gets too much. Or you can start lower and then go up more. So let's start here. But this is really gravity is pulling you down. So this truly is like a wet noodle effect. And it's not, you're not pulling, you're not stressing. It's just kind of hanging here and you're stressing and you're stretching your shoulders. So this is actually training your shoulder mobility as well. But if it gets too intense, just, release back. You don't want any pain in your joints in this stretching. You only want kind of an intense pain or soreness in your muscles only, not tendons, not joints. So only muscles, okay? And a pain in your joints is like a sharp pain. It's as if someone was poking a finger at you. That's the pain you don't want. So I'm going to release here a little bit. I'm going to go in my blocks. So let's connect to the breath again. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. 20 seconds left, so a few more moments. Deep inhale and deep exhale. And a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Release. Very nice. Kind of shake it out. And now let's move the chair back a little bit. Go into child pose. So take your knees out to the sides, take your toes together, reach with your hands, place your forehead on the mat, and just kind of relax here. Then take that right hand and thread it under your left armpit and thread the needle. This should feel really good. Now come back to the middle and then thread the left hand under your right armpit. Very nice. Now come on up and we'll go into into a seated position on your mat. And now extend your arms in front of you and then lower down into your Shavasana. Now in your Shavasana, the final Shavasana is the final relaxation. You can relax in a fish pose, which is you place your block. This would be the block for your head. Now this is only optional if you want to. I kind of like it. And then place this block for in between your shoulder blades. Okay, so you'll have to see if this is in the correct spot. And then also, if you want to place the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall to the side, you can relax in this you can relax in this supine butterfly pose and the fish pose. So it'll look like this. This may be a little too intense, or this you won't like this. See if you like it. I kind of like it. So let's do our Shavasana like this, or you can take everything out and just extend your legs and just relax. So here, just relax. Relax your forehead, relax your jaw, relax your shoulders, relax your chest, relax your belly, and just enjoy this moment. You just did a lot of work. I'll take a few breaths here. Just breathe normally here. Now just be quiet. Just let you relax, okay? So just enjoy this moment of peace and quiet. And just let the ground hold you. And when you're ready, if you want to stay in Shavasana for 10, 15 minutes, go ahead. But if you're ready to come out with me, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your wrists around, move your ankles around. Take your knees to your chest and give yourself a big hug. Maybe bring your forehead to your knees. And then roll from one side to side. And then roll onto one side and push yourself up from the floor into a seated position. And now we'll do some balancing breaths before you go. So you'll inhale through the nose for the count of 4 and exhale through the nose for the count of 4. Okay, so let's start. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Now, if you'd like, place your right hand on your chest, place your left hand on your belly, and repeat to yourself, may this practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. May this practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. And reach your arms out to the sky and place your hands in prayer. Bring your hands to your heart. And thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your support. I appreciate that you're practicing with me. I encourage you to continue practicing. I hope to see you in some of my other classes. And I hope you do this program so you see results and you become more flexible and have more mobility in your joints. So have a wonderful day. Much love and see you next time.